Good morning, students. In the previous video, we have discussed about adsorption. I hope you remember what is adsorption. Adsorption is surface phenomena, where surface of the adsorbent on which something comes and gets adsorbed. What is coming and getting adsorbed is adsorbate. On which it is getting is adsorbent. Now, when adsorbate comes and gets adsorbed here, how strong the forces are? Very less or very strong. On that basis, we can divide, we can discuss types of adsorption. If the forces are very weak, it is called as physisorption. If the forces are strong, it is chemisorption. Now, children, physisorption we also call as physical adsorption or van der Waals adsorption. Reason, the forces are as weak as van der Waals forces of attraction. So, this is named as such. Whereas chemisorption is also called chemical adsorption or Langmuir's adsorption. That is the other name given to it. See, in the first case, in physisorption, say this is adsorbate and this is adsorbent. If the force between adsorbate and adsorbent is very weak, just it is coming and getting adsorbed, the force is comparable to van der Waals forces. It is physi. Whereas in chemisorption, between adsorbate and adsorbent, there are some bonds formed. As if between adsorbate and adsorbent, some bond is formed. So, some chemical bond, give and take of electrons, sharing of electron occurs. So, it is chemisorption. Okay. On this basis, whether the force is weak or strong, we can divide, we can discuss all properties of physi and chemisorption. Second, delta H. Now let me define this. Enthalpy of adsorption. As we have been defining other enthalpies, when 1 mole of the adsorbate comes and gets adsorbed onto the surface of the adsorbent, how much energy is released? That is called as enthalpy of adsorption. Now children, whether it is first or the second case, energy is always liberated because some sort of force of attraction are there between adsorbate and adsorbent. Because forces are weak, less energy is liberated. So this is, both are exothermic, but energy liberated is less in physisorption of the order of 20 to 40 kilojoules per mole. Whereas in chemisorption it is 40 to 400 kilojoules per mole. More energy is liberated. Now in this case, between adsorbate and adsorbent, forces are very weak. Anywhere, the adsorbate can come and get adsorbed. It's not specific. The surface is not specific. Whereas here, it is, giving, taking of electron, sharing of electron, bond is formed. It is very specific. This is very specific. This one is not specific. Next difference. Because the forces are weak, adsorbate can leave the surface and go very easily. How? By heating it, by lowering the pressure that we have discussed, desorption. So this is reversible. Desorption can occur very easily. In this, no, it cannot occur because once the bond is formed, adsorbate cannot leave the surface and go. It's irreversible. Another difference. It forms multi-molecular layer, means one layer, second layer, third, many layers of adsorbate can get attached onto the adsorbent surface. Whereas here, since bond is formed, once adsorbate has attached itself onto the adsorbent surface, no more adsorbate can come. It forms only unilayer. It is unimolecular. Only one layer of the adsorbate can come and get adsorbed. No more active sites left over. No more adsorbate can come and get adsorbed. Clear, children? Next one. How will pressure affect? See, mainly I am focusing upon is adsorption of gas on solid. So if I increase pressure on the gas, more adsorbate will come together, more adsorption will occur. So it increases with the increase in the pressure. But more, suppose I lower the pressure. What will happen? Suppose I lower the pressure. Desorption will occur. Means increases with pressure, decreases with, suppose I lower the pressure, then desorption will occur. Means reverse process will occur. But in this case, what happens? In chemisorption, with the increase of the pressure, of course, adsorbate is coming, getting adsorbed onto the surface, but desorption will not occur because bond is formed. Desorption cannot occur. It will not occur even if you lower the pressure. That is why we say it is irreversible. The first one is reversible, we said. Clear, children? Next one. It decreases with the increase in the temperature, because we know the forces are very weak. You increase the temperature, desorption will occur. Why? We also know it is exothermic process. Exothermic, according to Le Chatelier's principle, we have studied. Le Chatelier principle says that the forward reaction for the exothermic will occur only at low temperature. So this is favorable only at low temperature. You increase the temperature, desorption will occur. What about this? In this case, adsorbate and adsorbent bond is formed. The two should be activated. So when we increase the temperature, the two get activated. When they get activated, means the bond chances are more. They'll be able to acquire the activation. They need activation energy. There they do not need activation energy. So initially increases with the temperature till the activation energy is acquired. Once the bond is formed, further if you increase the temperature, desorption may occur. That of course we'll be also discussing in the factors, extent of adsorption. But as of now, what difference we are saying? This favorable only at low temperature. Chemisorption, initially with the increase in the temperature, the rate of adsorption increases. The reason being, they need activation energy. Both need to be activated. Once they are activated, bond is formed. Further you increase the temperature, desorption will occur. Clear? Now, the last difference. Increase both, for both it is not a difference actually. For both we say, by increasing the surface area of the adsorbent, the rate of adsorption increases. Sometimes children, they ask the differences. You can select as many differences you can remember, or depending upon what is the weightage of the question. Sometimes similarity was asked. 2-3 years back in board exam it appeared, write similarity between physisorption and chemisorption. You can select there are two similarities. Number 1, both are exothermic. Number 2, both increase with the increase in the surface area of adsorbent. Clear?